Good morning, divine souls. How are you? How are you? All right, cool. All right, good. I was just checking my sound. Even though I said last week I wasn't going to. Totally did it. All right, so welcome everybody. I'm so grateful that you are here joining me today. I have a new setup, so I'm excited about that. I'm sitting in a chair today versus on the floor, which I normally do. So I've made it, I've totally made it now that I've upgraded here to a chair. So I want to first start off this call with a couple things here. So I'm definitely going to get into the Ascension energies this week, like always. But I really just want to, I've been guided to just like give a shout out to any like creators out there who are doing it. Like, I just want to let you know that you are seen, you are heard, and you are divinely guided every single step of the way. So, and I just want to just send some love out to you guys because you're showing up for yourself, and that's not easy. And not that you need the validation, not that you need the credit or anything like that, but it does, it is nice every once in a while just to sit back, even for yourself, right? Sit back for yourself and just recognize where you are. So whether you're a content creator and you're just starting out and you're doing your first video today, like sending you so much love, so much props. If you are someone who is just going to the next level, maybe bringing on, starting a community or going to a whole nother income level or something like that, shout out to you. Or if you're just a content creator and your intuition has told you to switch directions and you're following in that, and you're letting your intuition lead you, I'm giving you props for that too. Because again, it's life, right? Life changes, life modifies, and it's real. So every once in a while, we need to just sit back and be just really grateful for where we are in this moment. So for wherever you are on your creative creator journey, I'm just sending you guys so much love today. Okay, so again, that came through right before I got on the call today, and I just really wanted to put that message out there. So Source told me that it really needed to come out today. So, all right, cool. So I got a new setup. I'm just trying to figure it all out and figure out the lighting. So hopefully it doesn't look too bad and you guys are good. So, all right, well, welcome. Let's get started here. So again, I'm always gonna cleanse the space with Palo Santo. I love it. Again, I told you guys I like bathe in this daily. Like, it is just my ritual. I put it under my arms, all over my body. You guys here, let's get a little more here. I really like when I see the smoke. Then I feel like it's truly, truly working. So. All right, good. So, all right, beautiful, beautiful. So let's get started. So the title of I got this like big knot in my hair today. The title of of the weekly Ascension was Lessons in Truth and Deception. So I'm really going to kind of like reference some of my notes here first. So this week has really been just exactly what I said, Lessons in Truth and Deception, where there's been so much coming out that has been really clarifying to really show you, like, you're finally out of that heavy energy that's been keeping you down and keeping you like stuck almost, that really heavy, dense energy. You're coming out of that and you're seeing it for what it was. So for me this week, like how I'm seeing things is, whether you resonate with like the devil and God or however you want to see things, you could see it as like a darker entity, positive, negative, whatever it is, truth and deception, if you want to look at it that way. That's really like what it is. And this week has been just reminding us to anchor ourselves in God's truth. So for me, I've seen so many things, and if you want to, like, I guess, call them triggers, things that have come out this week that have truly shown me like the devil in action, like the devil at play. And it's almost like, and now I'm just seeing it for what it is, right? Before I would get triggered and pulled into it, and like my energy would get sucked out. And again, now it's really being very, very discerning with your energy and with your mind, and just seeing it for what it is, like just the clarity and the truth in it all. Like the devil's at play all the time. He's always tempting us. We're always in that in his sights, right? And especially when you're getting closer to union, inner union, sacred union, it's like out there and it's in full force. So, but again, now you're not being deceived anymore. You've been lifted from that curse. We're able to move on now. And again, like I said, it's really just reminding you to anchor yourself in God's truth. So, like, you have that relationship with God, God is by your side. And it's just, on one of my videos this week, I did a video about waking up and knowing that with God by my side, everything is possible. And I woke up this week feeling that as an embodiment, like really truly knowing that everything is possible with God. And again, now just seeing the differences between truth and deception out there, it's like so clear how God shows up, and it's so clear how like the devil shows up, or it's so clear how truth shows up, and it's so clear how deception shows up. So really, really beautiful. But like seeing through the illusions, it's a humbling process, right? It's also like internally humbling for the ego, for the mind, for the body, for this persona. It's this humbling process, really emptying us out, purifying us of anything that's left in here, so really God can truly do his work here on earth. So strengthening your spiritual defenses and relying on divine wisdom rather than your human reasoning. Again, it's stepping out. It's like killing this whole ego persona and really stepping into your truth, the truth of God, the truth of what's out there. So, and then this devil and God thing, like I said, it's really how it's still that duality, right? I've seen it as the devil and God this week, truth and deception, black and white. It's duality, and it's also just really like my channel is divine acceptance. It's true divine acceptance. It's true self acceptance. And embodying like both the light and the dark of yourself and loving yourself like truly, right? Loving yourself, not being afraid to love, not running away from love, embodying love, stepping into love, like facing your fears, having that courage and that discernment and that truth and that anchor in God, knowing that you could step into love and you are safe and you're protected, you're divinely protected, and knowing that just trusting in God that this love is right and it's your truth, right? It is your truth. So it's really that divine acceptance, that divine self-acceptance, embracing both sides of life and the light and the dark. Renewed strength. So again, it all goes back to trusting in God and trusting in him to renew your strength, to fill up your spiritual reserves, to replenish your life force, to replenish your batteries. And a big emphasis this week and moving forward also on how you replenish your spiritual life force energy, how you replenish yourself, recognizing what's depleting you and recognizing how you can renew yourself, how you can come back to yourself. So again, it could be like grounding, prayer, sitting and speaking and communicating with God on a regular basis, not just when things are bad, but when things are amazing, being grateful, being thankful, being present as much as you possibly can, being present, remaining present, grounding yourself, grounding your energy, doing spiritual practices, saging your space, Palo Santo, spending time in nature. I don't know if I said meditating, but like all of these breath work, Anything that you can do, all these spiritual practices are out there for a reason. You know them, you've done them, you've honed your skills at them, but it's also coming back to them and knowing when you need to anchor back into like God's presence, when you need to come back and you need God's strength, you need Him to spiritually renew you. These are the things you need to do to make that happen, you know? So it's really just going through that, good versus evil. And then through courage and purity, you can triumph over the curse. So again, that's where we were this week, really just triumphing over the curse, any negative dark forces, accepting them fully, and just really knowing and just having courage, right? Having courage and discernment to discern the difference between what the devil's trying to like hold you back from and your inner knowing, your inner truth, and stepping forward in courage to create the life that you want, not running away from it in fear, right? The devil's going to do whatever he possibly can to keep you separated from your truth, to keep you separated from love, to keep you separated from what you truly desire in this life. And desires are good. It is good to desire things. It is good to desire things. And the devil knows that, and the devil will be there, and he will try to stop you. So it's really just, again, falling into your inner truth, knowing yourself, accepting yourself fully, and still moving forward. So really, really beautiful. And a reminder, so we're just reminding yourself that your true bread comes from heaven, and to focus on these spiritual practices, okay? So I did also see a lot of, so normally I try to put like some pictures in of things that have been coming up a lot this week. So if you've been seeing any eagles, definitely seeing a lot of eagles this week. It's, again, a reminder for courage. Eagles represent a direct line to the divine, the ability to soar to great heights, and really at that pursuit of a higher truth. So really it's just kind of, you can even use it as a metaphor, like for ascension, coming into your higher truth, coming into your higher knowing, coming into your oneness with God, however you want to see that, but that's the eagle. We could say the eagle has landed, the eagle has come home. You've come home to your true divinity. You have come home to yourself. You've accepted yourself fully. You are complete, whole, in inner union, in sacred union. There's so many terms out there for it. But I'm loving every second of this energy. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And it's like finally here, right? It's been a long time coming to get to this point. And I'm just really, really grateful for where we are and the clarity in just seeing things for what they are, and now being able to move forward and co-create this beautiful life that you have desired with God, having your back at every single moment. So really, really cool. And so the eagle also reminds us to lift your thoughts above the mundane and seek the wisdom of the spirit. All right. And then the last thing is, if you've been seeing any sevens this week, 717, 777, quadruple sevens, double sevens, sevens are a sign of completeness. Some say it's God's number, but really spiritual wholeness. That's where we are this week. Even like I have behind me here, it's not a coincidence. Everything kind of is lines for a purpose. But we have our feminine and masculine, our sun and moon energies in complete wholeness, complete balance. And it's beautiful. So we've really, like I said, anchored into that sacred union, our truth, our true divine essence, and knowing that with God, everything is possible. So yeah, we just are truly aligned with the divine and our divine purpose now. So again, just truly grateful for every content creator out there, every twin flame out there, every person who's been on a divine counterpart journey, every person who's been on an ascension journey, who's been flowing in these same similar energies out there. I'm just sending you guys so much love this week, because again, I know you've been through it and it hasn't been easy, but I feel like things are lightening, and this darkness, this veil is lifted. We can see we can see the truth for what it is, and we can see ourselves for who we are. So love it, love it, love it. So All right, cool. With that, I also want to just let you guys know, I put it in the chat here, that I've been guided to offer like 1 card oracle pulls for $5. I don't know how long I'm going to keep this going for, but right now, Source has asked me to do this. So I put the link in the comments here. The link is also in the description, but check out my website. So for $5, I do a video call. You'll send me your intention, you'll send me your name, and I will call in your guides. If you just need that little bit of reassurance, or something to just, sometimes on the journey, it's just nice to know that someone else understands. It's just sometimes nice to get a little bit of clarity, and that's what this is. So if you just need that little bit of boost, it's not too costly. So for $5, I will give you that little bit of reassurance out there if you feel guided to work with me. But again, always sending you guys so much light, so much love on your journey. So again, I put that link in my description, and it's also in the chat here. So check it out if you feel guided to work with me. So I love you guys all. So let's get this started with our the reading. So I'm going to pull cards for the Twin Flame community out there first, just to see what's going on. So let's just see. I'm not used to sitting in a chair doing this, so let's just check out how this goes here. All right, this is a little new process for me, so I'm kind of excited about it. Actually, I like sitting in a chair as much as I like sitting in the on the ground. Anything else? No. So just 1 card. I'm in this 1 card thing lately. So this is what came through for Twin Flames out there. Meditate. And that's just kind of coming through from what I just said before. Just finding your ways to reconnect with God out there, and to recharge your spiritual life force energy. So definitely meditate this week to really come back to yourself. Anything else for them? Nope, that's it. It's really just wanting you to go within and connect with yourself. Anytime you're meditating, it's just your way to really reconnect with God, reconnect with yourself, reconnect, and just, be still and know. Just find that inner knowing, find that inner stillness, and meditate and find out what needs to come to the light and what needs to be seen and acknowledged, what kind of wisdom you need for this week, or guidance. All right, cool. So I'm going to do the same thing I did last week, pull cards for the masculine and feminine, and see what's going on. So these are my Shaman's Dream cards. So first I'm going to pull, use 2 decks, the Shaman's Dream. That's it. Actually, they're telling me that's it. So I'm only going to pull cards from the Shaman's Dream deck today. I'm going to pull cards first for the feminine and then for the masculine to see what's going on. So for my divine feminines out there, where's the energy? What's going on with the energy there? What needs to be known for them? What message needs to come out for the feminines? Oh, geez, there it is. This horseman. So we'll get that in a minute. Any others for the feminine? No, just the one. This is the masculine. So, that the masculine? Anything else in masculine? No. Okay. All right, cool. So here we have this horseman, herald of change for the feminine, right? So we got 30 here. It's beautiful. We have horse energy. Again, we are in the year of the horse. That divine feminine is riding the horse. It looks like pure joy, just pure enlightenment. You can see like the light coming down from above, and like she's truly anchored in and guided by heaven. And it's almost like it's like a present too, because there's like a big bow around everything too. So I'm seeing like a lot of abundance energy in that too. So abundance is on its way, but it's like beautiful as far as just, it's like a sacred feminine essence, really just the beauty and the silhouette of the female body as well. So all right, let's check it out. So horseman, herald of change, and so much like yellows and reds there as well, which is where we've been in those lower chakras. So it says good news, caution, herald of change. When the horseman appears, he is inviting you to spread the good news. Everyone already knows the bad news. Your task is to point out the beautiful when others see only the ugly. Note the possible, no matter how implausible it may seem. This does not mean becoming giddy or blindly optimistic, but rather reminding yourself that every storm has a silver lining. Become a herald of the positive. Put away the fatalistic attitude and dire predictions, the dreadful expectations about the world or about your life. Declare the arrival of a new and better you. Proclaim that you have risen from the realms of the dead, woken from a long and dreadful slumber, and are back on the world stage. The show is on again. The horseman cautions you to not allow your exuberance to become hollow or trivial. Be sure that there is substance to the news you spread, and you are willing to live up to the expectations you raise. The world will welcome you with open arms as you share an uplifting message. Heed the horseman when he shows up once, for he bears good news and is announcing a prosperous and peaceful time. When he shows up twice in the same reading, though, use extreme caution. If you heed his warnings, all will turn out well. So that's absolutely beautiful. It's just really where that feminine is right now. Even today, I'm feeling this like new dawn, new day energy. Even like with my space here, just like kind of it's that renewal energy, that starting fresh, right? And I'm feeling this in the union energies out there, in the twin flame energies, with them coming into union, starting a new union process that's based on truth, and that's based on love, where like the foundation is love and safety and abundance, where you guys can really kind of move forward together as one, in complete new energies, right? Like a complete new energy, new you, being able to see the truth and feel the love and not be deceived by the devil anymore. So beautiful. Now let's check out for the masculines. Oh, I love it. Overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. So every time I see this, this is just like an abundance card for me. Every time because whenever I see waterfalls, that's like God's true way of just reminding us how truly abundant we are by nature. And this is just like that overflowing waterfall. So but this is overwhelm and plenty. So check it out. 43. And one more. All right, too much, overwhelm, and plenty. So many good things are headed your way or are already occurring in your life right now, yet you may be thinking that they're not possible or you're not worthy of them. Abundance is everyone's natural state before we project our restrictions on it, defining what it means, who has it, who gets it, and so forth. Right now, take yourself out of your conditioning and look at your life through the eyes of plenty. There is so much beauty and love, opportunities and divine synchronicities destined to support your dreams. Opportunities and divine synchronicities destined to support your dreams abound and are lined up for you. Yet it's something difficult to discern. Yet it's sometimes difficult to discern it all because you're bombarded with too much information and stimulation, distracting you from the truth that all is well. Sometimes all this overflow can be overwhelming, and you may find yourself responding with empathy overload. Empathy overload occurs when you tune into the collective angst and fear about impending changes and uncertainty. It's unmanageable. You feel like you're drowning in those emotions. It's time to allow yourself to detach, bring yourself back to your life, restore your faith in a power greater than you, and remind yourself to focus on your smaller personal universe, which is much easier to manage. In this way, you know that you are conduits for life's blessings and can share them with others, making this perception of overflow profoundly positive. It's like crazy because like these two cards are exactly in line with like the ascension and energies that I was talking about in the beginning. Really just, coming out of that deceptive energy of the collective that can really pull us down, and be discerning about like knowing what's depleting our energy, what's being that vampire and sucking our energy out, and where we're being sucked into the collective mindset, and coming back into ourselves to really remember like how God replenishes our battery, and it's through meditation, it's through prayer, it's through getting our true bread from heaven. It's meditating, spending time in nature, all the grounding things that I talked about before. But that's the only way that you'll be able to truly give, to pull yourself back from the other energies and know yourself fully and divinely. So And there was some, oh yeah, when I first started the reading too, I was also just, right before I came on, where I started was I was just saying, like, just giving a shout out to all the creators out there and like where they are, and where everyone is on the journey, because that's where like I just feel it's just a reminder to come back, come back to yourself and really just be grateful for exactly where you are in this moment. You should celebrate. You should celebrate exactly where you are. Everything that you're doing is setting yourself up for growth. And every little movement, every little like change and nuance that you do is really setting yourself up for the future. So it's really, really beautiful. All right, cool. Well, thank you, angels, for this message. It's good. I'm glad to know like where we're headed this week. And I'm just gonna finalize the call with one card for Michael, just to see for the energies moving forward this week. Like, what do we need to know, so that we can have a little bit of positive light moving forward. So, all right. Oh, geez. So, Michael, what do we need to know this week as we move forward throughout this week and move forward? What's the message that needs to come out this week from you? What do you need to tell us? Yeah. What is going on? Sorry, I'm getting used to like shuffling, sitting in a chair here. All right, cool. So this says, sorry, I showed it to you guys up now. Your children are watched over by angels. So for anybody out there that needs to hear this message, it's so funny because that little girl actually looks like my daughter in it. She had this little pink dress on earlier this week, so it's so funny. But it says, your children are watched over by angels. So this is the message that you need to hear this week. Dear guardian angels of my children, thank you for and you can put their name in there. Thank you for watching over my children and ensuring their happiness and safety. Please guide me so that I know the best ways to be a good parent and role model for my own and other people's children. So I love that. So anybody that needs to hear that message out there, just know that the angels are watching over your children and they are safe and protected, and you are always safe and protected, and you're never alone. You are always fully, you always have your angels and God and the divine with you at every single moment. So again, I'm sending you guys so many blessings this week. Thank you for joining with me. Thank you for sharing along. Whenever you hear this message, just know that it is meant for you at that specific moment. And again, like I said, check out my website. I put the link in the description. I put the link in the chat for these $5 one card oracle readings that I am starting to do this week. So if you feel guided to work with me, please check it out. So have a great week. Love you guys. Bye.